everyone, it's Rihanna and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm not alone today. I have a special guest. This is Ellen. She has a channel named EllenMakesVideos,
yes.
And we have a collector channel that is called Ramble Reviews, which basically we go to the cinema and afterwards we sit in the car and make a review of the film, but it's not quite fully structured. We just sort of express our feelings in a ramble formation.
Indeed.
And today we thought it would be fun to talk about the upcoming movies of 2019, movies we're excited for, movies we're maybe not so excited for because there's a lot going on next year that we feel like we need to talk about and express our opinions. Before we start, I just want to make a disclaimer, you know, everyone's opinion is different. Please don't write hate comments because we're not excited for something you're excited for, vice versa. You know, we all just like films and stuff. Let's get on with this. So, first of all, we're going to talk about the Disney films that are coming out in 2019. The first one being Dumbo.
I'm excited for Dumbo.
I'm actually quite excited for Dumbo. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of live action films.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're just recycling the same idea.
Yeah.
It's nothing new or original, but the reason I'm excited for this one is because Tim Burton is directing.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've not seen a lot from him lately.
Yeah.
But I feel like he can take on this story.
It's like I was saying earlier as well, that we haven't seen like anything Dumbo related in a long time.
Yeah.
It's not like that's been like recycled a lot.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like Cinderella and all that has been done a lot of times.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And I feel like Tim Burton could take on this story. The cast looks really good. We've got like Colin Farrell, Eva Green.
The little kids. I don't know who they are.
Like Tim Burton, he's got this kind of creepy but also kind of colourful style.
That is Dumbo.
Like, you know, like if you've seen Big Fish, like you've seen Big Fish, right? Big Fish. You know, the whole circus scenes he does so well, so he can definitely bring
the
that
popcorn bit.
Yeah, so bring that to Dumbo, man. So I'm quite excited to see his take on the story.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we're both agreeing that hopefully
Dumbo will be good.
Dumbo will be good.
But sad, like so sad.
Yeah, have you seen the trailers?
I've already like cried at the trailers at least like 3 times.
The next one I think we both collectively think is not going to be great. That is the live action Aladdin.
Yeah.
Would you like to start?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Aladdin, but I just feel like there was nothing wrong with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like we need this. I don't feel like it needs modernising. No. I just feel like it's a bit of a weird thing to have live action considering you have like a genie. You know? Like, I feel like I don't know how they're going to do that without it just being really cringy. And I love Will Smith, don't get me wrong, and I feel like he would be a great choice, but like, you can't replace the old genie.
It's true. Robin Williams will never be replaced.
God rest his soul.
Just recently, pictures were released, I think in the Entertainment Weekly magazine, and
it looks so terrible.
Will Smith is the genie. I can't even talk about it.
It looks so bad.
It's extremely laughable.
Yeah.
I'm quite sceptical about this, just because Guy Ritchie is directing it, and he's an action director. He's done the Sherlock Holmes, the most recent one with Robert Downey Jr., Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Man from U.N.C.L.E. He's an action director. I mean,
I feel like it does have action in it, but it's not enough to warrant him the whole, you know.
Yeah. The cast actually looks okay. They've cast everyone appropriately, considering the culture. That's fine. I'm just sceptical because from what I've seen so far, I'm not impressed.
No, neither am I.
And Guy Ritchie just makes me very, very scared. As a person and as a director.
Uneasy.
The next one is, I'm going to group this in with all the other Disney ones, and that is Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to hate me for this, okay? My boyfriend especially, because he was the one that said you can't forget to talk about Toy Story 4. And as much as I love the characters of Toy Story, I do. Yeah. They are my childhood. I would have been fine with this not existing.
I feel like it is just dragging out a bit too much.
It's a bit of a cash grabber.
Like, Toy Story 3, I watched it recently because it's been Christmas, you know, and it's on TV like all the time. And I feel like it did round it up nicely. Yeah. You know, like I don't feel like we necessarily need a 4th one.
A nice trilogy.
Not sure where it's going to go. I
did see, I think, like a teaser trailer for it, and it's got Key and Peele in it, who are really funny, but I don't know where they're gonna go from here, and I'm sorry to everyone who loves Toy Story.
But also the whole like Toy Story Land thing just happened, so that might just be like trying to promote that more for like this generation. Yeah, because obviously you've got the audience for like us, because we saw it when we were little, but now they obviously want the younger audience in, so that's why they keep making more films. I ain't that excited about it. I mean, I'll still go see it.
Yeah, I'll see it.
I'm not like buzzed about it.
I'm hoping it proves me wrong. The next one I'm excited for, Ellen might not be too excited for, which is the live action Lion King. Now, I'm mainly excited for this because of the voice cast. We have Donald Glover as Simba, we have Beyonce as Nala. Just so many great people are in this film, voice cast wise, and Jon Favreau is the director. And did you see the recent live action Jungle Book?
I haven't, no.
No, see, I really enjoyed that.
Okay.
I thought the animation of the animals was really great, but with that, obviously, you had the human boy interacting.
Yeah.
I feel like it was good because there's a human story to it, whereas with the Lion King,
I feel like it's
they're all animals. So we'll see how that goes, because the trailer for it just came out, like a teaser trailer, and it's pretty much shot for shot.
That's what I don't like about it, I think.
The whole animated film.
Yeah, is that it is like legit an exact replica. I would have preferred if it was a little bit different.
Yeah,
because something.
I feel like the recent live action remakes have had something different in them. Like, they've changed the original story, so there's a bit more character and a bit more of a human story to it. But if it's just the same thing, I don't really see the point in it. I'll go see it because I love Donald Glover so much.
Yeah, definitely.
I just feel like it's not going to be anything new.
We'll see. We shall see.
And the last one, which I didn't actually know was coming out this year, but apparently it's coming out end of November in 2019, and that is Frozen 2. I wish they would have come up with a better name than Frozen 2.
I mean, it might change if it's coming out.
I hope it does. I hope it changes. I, for one, quite like Frozen.
I love Frozen. I feel like it was very, very overdone because everyone got like obsessed.
Yeah.
But when you sit and watch it, you see why, because it is just so good.
It's
but
enjoyable.
I'm not sure what else can happen.
It's
really.
like a new. I like the new take on like the whole Disney princess thing.
Yeah, that she's not like, I need a man. Da 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 da. She's just, you know, living her queen life.
Exactly. I think the same people are involved, so that's good. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely more of a story to tell with Elsa and Anna, but I just don't know where it's going to go. Yeah. It's a bit of a... I'm on the fence at the moment. Obviously, still go see it.
We'll see what happens.
It's a bit of a lottery, really. Don't really know what you're going to get.
So all the Disney films were a bit like, eh.
Yeah, I guess the only one I think I'm proper excited for Dumbo. That's probably the one I'm excited about the most.
Because I know it's just going to be mine. It's just going to break me.
Break my little heart. So next up is Marvel, which we'll say is a bit of a...
I don't love Marvel, but like I will endure it.
she'll watch them, whereas I'm like hardcore like into it. I really love all the films lately. I think they've done a much better job with it. So the first one that's coming out is Captain Marvel, which I'm very excited for. Brie Larson's great, Jude Law's great. They've got a male and female director here, so I'm excited to see how that plays out on screen, I suppose. I'm not too familiar with the story of Captain Marvel. So I'm excited to see her origin story, but apparently, according to everyone in like the sort of MCU, she's like a really key part in the next film we're going to talk about, which is Avengers Endgame. So I'm really hoping that's good, because then hopefully we'll see more live action female superhero movies. So fingers crossed for that one. And then there's obviously Avengers Endgame, which I hope is going to be the fourth and final film
it will for be the Avengers Game. Will it though? I don't think it will.
Because I think Infinity War was going to be like part 1 and part 2, and then they changed it. But obviously we all know what happened in the end of Infinity War. Hopefully you do anyway, because we're going to talk about it in depth. Spoilers. Thanos wiped out half the universe, so that's great.
I understand him though sometimes. You know?
I too get very sick of people.
You know.
But this new one is going to be, you know, the remaining Avengers trying to piece things together, trying to sort of figure out what they're going to do next. And we'll have Captain Marvel in this one as well. I'm just excited to see kind of the aftermath of what happened in Infinity War.
I don't know if it's going to be really like underwhelming though. You know what I mean? Like I could see they've built it up like so much that I don't know if it's actually going to be like... actually that you know what I mean though. It could go either way. It could be like, oh my god, this is really great because it's like actually coming to an end and, you know, finishing off all the loose ends and everything, or it's just going to be like...
I hope they do that. I hope they finish everything up. I think it would be really great if it's like a really good emotional build-up for just the whole Avengers series. Yeah. Because otherwise, if they set up for another one, it's just not going to feel like a complete story.
It keeps dragging it out, and you're like, okay, we need to actually finish something here.
Exactly.
I think that's why I'm like done. You know, I'm like, I just want this needs to be good, or I'm like so done. So dumb.
So I'm fingers crossed that's gonna be good. And the last one I don't really have too many feelings about, which is Spider-Man Far From Home.
No, don't really have an opinion. Too many Spider-Man films.
I think the only reason this is on my radar really is because they cast Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, who is apparently not going to be the villain but sort of an anti-hero, or maybe like one of the good guys.
Fair enough.
I'm a huge Jake Gyllenhaal fan. He made an Instagram account just for this.
Love it.
So, okay.
Alright.
I'll see it. Not a huge Spider-Man fan. I did just see Into the Spider-Verse, which made me like Spider-Man a lot more. But to continue with that, stop the live action. Just stop it.
No.
Okay? Okay.
No.
And then kind of rounding up the Disney, because, you know, Disney owns everything.
They really do.
We have Star Wars Episode 9. It doesn't have a title yet. It'd be really great if this Episode 9 would conclude the stories to all of the characters of the new trilogy. J.J. Abrams is back as director. I have faith in him. Just so skeptical because like basically everyone hated The Last Jedi. I don't know if you saw it.
I haven't seen it.
Basically everyone hated it because it was so different to anything and Star Wars has been. I personally loved it. I'm quite scared, but I'm also excited to see the conclusion of the trilogy. Yeah, it's so far in the future because it's like December of 2019 that I feel like I can't say anything.
I mean, like December is Star Wars month though, isn't it? It's like tradition.
This is true. Okay, and then I have kind of some odd ones to talk about. I think
a mixed bag.
We should talk about Rocket Man first. This is the Elton John biopic. Taron Egerton is playing Elton John, like a young Elton John.
Yeah.
And as much as I do love Elton John, I feel like his story
hasn't finished yet.
Exactly.
You know?
It's not.
I know he's pretty old now, and he's not really doing much in the way of, you know, being crazy and doing, you know, crazy things, but like I don't know, it's just I don't feel like it's on the same scale.
It's a bit of a trend.
Yeah.
Like we had Bohemian Rhapsody, which was great because it told more than Freddie's story. Yeah. I think like it told the story of Queen, it told
But they
his
were
story,
like I feel like they were so much bigger than Elton John, and that's not to put anything like down on Elton John. I love him. His music is great. He has so many good songs and he's had quite the life. Yeah. But like I just feel like we're not there yet. We need more time, you know? Yeah.
I feel like we should appreciate David Bowie more.
Exactly. He needs something, you know?
Just for David Bowie.
Literally, we need something Bowie-ish.
So, I think Taron Egerton's great. I think he can bring a lot to sort of Elton John's character, even though Elton John was just like, you know, don't act like me, act like... Yeah. It's very strange, okay?
It really is.
We'll see how it goes.
Because they're like, they want it to be a biopic, but then they don't at the same time.
Yeah, I don't really understand
it's like, this isn't a documentary, but then it is, really, isn't it? So it's like... But then that was the whole thing with like Bohemian Rhapsody as well, so I don't know what they want from us. But
we'll see.
We shall see.
Okay, next up I want to talk about us. Now, you have not heard of us.
What are we?
She has heard of Jordan Peele, who turned like horror director genius, and Get Out. She's heard of Get Out. We have the likes of Lupita Nyong'o, Elizabeth Moss, and Winston Duke, who was in Black Panther, played M'Baku.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so the trailer just came out because it was very sort of sceptical about what the film was actually going to be. It was just described as a sociological thriller. So the trailer just came out, and we have a family going on vacation, and that's Winston Duke and Lupita Nyong'o's family going on vacation. And the place they're staying in, they have a home invasion. Okay. And I think that's all I'm going to tell you. The trailer does tell you more, but I don't want to tell you any more. Okay. I'm really excited about this film. I thought Get Out was ingenious. I think you really should watch it.
I've heard lots of good things.
The casting, I think, is fantastic. Elizabeth Moss can be crazy and cry and dramatic all at the same time.
She's amazing.
And Lupita Nyong'o is great as well. I'm just very fascinated by the concept of this. I don't think Jordan Peele can do any wrong at this point. So this is probably maybe my most anticipated film of the year. Like, even, like, apart from all of the Avengers and everything, like, an independent, you know, horror psychological thing.
Gotta love an indie film sometimes.
I'm very excited. Next up, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I'm excited for this. I kind of am and I'm not as well, because I feel like this could go very terribly downhill very quickly, because they're relying on a lot of, like, big names, you know?
Yes, it's a big cast list.
But I'm also excited about it, because I feel like it could be, I mean, like, everyone has that inner interest in serial killers and stuff, so
You might not voice it, but it's there.
it's there. Everyone has that like morbid curiosity, you know, about it, so I'm somewhat interested already, you know, just from that, but the whole big names thing too.
This is true. So this is Quentin Tarantino's latest. We have the likes of Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie. So this tells the story of some journalists at the time of the Manson murders, which were a really big thing in Hollywood in the 60s?
Don't know, I wasn't alive.
60s, 70s, I believe. I have quite a huge interest in it. It's just it's one of those things.
It is.
I just have
really
a bit of a weird obsession with serial killers. So,
Criminal Minds, love it. You know?
Yeah, so Quentin Tarantino taking on this with this cast list very much intrigues me.
I feel like it will end up being pretty good.
Yes.
Like the pairing, the whole like concept and just the story, just kind of, I feel like it's gonna work.
So we shall see. Fingers crossed, this is great. I'm very excited for it. Then I want to talk about Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
I've not heard of this.
This is...
Actually, no, maybe I have. I don't know. I can't remember.
This is Richard Linklater's latest. It stars Cate Blanchett
Okay.
as a woman who's sort of got the perfect life. She's a mother. Her name's Bernadette.
Yeah.
And one day she just goes missing.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those ones.
Kind of a simple favour kind of thing.
Yeah, but it
Better.
doesn't seem like it's going to be a dark
Oh, okay.
story. It's more a sort of dramatic comedy.
So,
film.
okay. Interesting.
But I'm kind of excited for it.
I love Cate Blanchett.
Cate Blanchett's great, and Richard Linklater's a great director, so...
Alright.
What do we have? It Chapter 2.
Yes! I'm so excited for it.
I can't believe it's been so long.
It has been so long, and I like so loved the first It.
Yes, the It Chapter 1 from last year. The child cast was amazing. Loved it.
Really was.
Not a huge horror fan, but for some reason like this one.
Yeah, same. I'm not one to like, oh, I love watching horror films, I'm gonna sit and watch a horror film kind of thing, but I genuinely enjoyed this.
And they've done a very good job casting the adult versions of the kids. The only kind of thing I'm half skeptical about is the fact that everyone says that the second half of the book and the second half of the TV show is kind of a little bit more boring than the first half.
They'll spice it up, you know they're going to. They can't...
I mean, we're still going to see some of the kids as well, so I'll be excited for those parts because they had such great chemistry.
They really did.
Godzilla!
I am somewhat excited for
King
Godzilla.
of the Monsters.
Because I love Godzilla anyway, but like, I just love her so much. You know? Gotta stand a queen, a baby queen. So...
I actually quite liked the 2014 Godzilla.
I don't think I actually saw that one. I can't remember. I'm talking like old school Godzilla.
She's talking like 1999 Godzilla.
It's like my knowledge stops after that.
This one is, you know, sequel. We had Kong Skull Island in the middle, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but now we've got Godzilla King of the Monsters. They're bringing in more monsters from like the Godzilla universe, like
love me monsters.
Mothra, like the big moth thing. You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we've got a cast list here of like Millie Bobby Brown,
Yes.
Vera Farmiga, who's great. I'm just all about the monsters
Like, from
life.
the trailers of what I've seen, it looks pretty good. You know?
Yeah, like visually looks stunning.
People are gonna hate it.
Obviously.
Sorry, but they are. But I feel like it's gonna be one that we like and everyone else hates.
I'm okay with that. So we have the untitled Richard Curtis / Danny Boyle film.
Ooh, that's gonna be an intense one, isn't it? Jesus.
All I know
Good
is
Lord.
I love Richard Curtis and Danny Boyle individually.
But together, that's just gonna like break you
heart.
for like a solid year.
I believe this is a musical.
What the?
Starring Lily James. I think Ed Sheeran's in it as well.
Oh my god.
But the concept of just those two making a musical with Lily James in it,
It's gonna blow your mind.
sign me up. Okay, so the next one you're going to be really excited to talk about. I know nothing about it, so I'll take it over to you for Downton Abbey.
Yes! Okay. Downton Abbey, like, is my life. I've rewatched it so many times, you don't even know. Like, I just love that kind of stuff. I don't know what it even is about it, but I just love the whole... Anything with, like, monarchy or, like, old-fashioned people, I'm down. From what I know, this is just somewhat carrying on from where it left off. It finished a couple of Christmases ago with, like, a Christmas special, and then it just kind of ended. So it's just picking up where it left off, but it's just happening to be, like, in a film instead of on TV, which I'm not really sure why they chose to do that, but I'm all for it. So.
I think maybe they just know they can make lots of money out of it.
Yeah, and they will, and I will go and watch it like 5 times, so no shame.
I have never watched Downton Abbey in my life.
It's so, I feel like you would like it, but it is a lot.
And the next two we have are like Marvel Fox, which I'm both not too jazzed about. So Dark Phoenix, the continuation on from, like, you know, the X-Men prequels or whatever. Stop. I think the whole cast of the whole, like, you know, prequel X-Men are great, but you've already messed up the Dark Phoenix story once in X-Men Last Stand. Just don't do it again, basically.
But she hasn't got Game of Thrones anymore, what else is she gonna do?
Just X-Men sequels.
Literally though, they need so many things people just need to stop.
And the New Mutants, which is a story we haven't seen before.
Okay.
Which kind of intrigues me. And they've basically put, I think, 5 like teenage mutants in like a insane asylum because they don't really understand their powers, yada yada yada. It's got the likes of Maisie Williams in it because apparently everyone from Game of Thrones is going over to be X-Men.
Why not?
Charlie Heaton from
yeah.
from Stranger Things is in this. The trailer looks quite dark, so hopefully it'll be a nice sort of change. The guy who directed The Fault in Our Stars is directing this, so I don't...
A whole lot of random stuff. Wait.
I'm quite nervous, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think both Dark Phoenix and the New Mutants were actually supposed to come out in 2018, but got pushed back for reshoots. And reshoots don't really give good signals, so they could be terrible. They're worth mentioning, I suppose. People are going to be jazzed about this.
We shall see.
And to wrap this up, I've actually discovered that this film that I've been anticipating for a long time is coming out in 2019, so we got to talk about Jojo Rabbit.
Never heard of it in my life.
So it's the newest film, directed by Taika Waititi, who directed like Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He's one of my favourite directors. I just think he's a comedic genius.
He is pretty damn hilarious.
And let me just read you the description for this.
Okay.
A young boy in Hitler's army finds out his mother is hiding a Jewish boy in their home. I think Taika Waititi plays like a reimagining of Adolf Hitler in the boy's head. So he's like his imaginary friend.
But he's Hitler.
But he's Hitler.
Okay.
And I just think Taika Waititi, the way he is, because he's just so crazy, a story like this he could totally pull off.
Yeah.
We've got quite a good cast. Scarlett Johansson, Rebel Wilson, Alfie Allen, Stephen Merchant, Taika Waititi obviously, and Sam Rockwell. I think Sam Rockwell is generally just a funny person, so him and Taika Waititi together are a very good mix. I'm not sure when this is coming out in 2019, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for anything Taika Waititi does. So, we didn't obviously cover every single film that is coming out in 2019.
So much.
There's so much going on, but we just sort of covered the ones we're most excited about, or not so excited about, the big ones that everyone's going to be talking about next year. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys are excited for, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be shouting at me, Rihanna, you missed out this indie film, and I'm going to be like, I know. So definitely leave those down below in the comments. Subscribe to Ellen's channel. Subscribe to me, obviously, because you're here, you might as well. And subscribe to our Ramble Reviews channel if you want to see me do more reviews on there. We're there pretty much every single time we see a film. So if you miss my reviews on here, go there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Ellen, for being my special guest.
You're welcome.
And I will see you guys very, very soon.